G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Good Friday. Yeah, sharpen focus. And we're going to talk about reflecting on yesterday, cultivate awareness. And boy, did we come aware of some certain things. Caught up with 3 mates and met a new friend, Dawn, who is hopefully going to help us meet someone in the governance space to help us move forward to be more social charity. This morning, met some awesome people. And met some old friends, new friends. It's really cool. And I'm going to share that. And I'm going to share what we're doing today. And I say we, it'll be Pip and I. So we did have plans to have about 4 or 5 of us. But life gets in the way. I understand. I appreciate that. It's family. It's flatmates. It's other things, just not me. And that's cool because I get to spend time with Adam. I'll tell you about it soon.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Yeah, sharpen focus. What does that mean? Sharpen focus. We all know how to focus, but how do we sharpen our focus? So we're going to look at that, and we're going to look at the 3 levels of awareness that I explained yesterday. So being Good Friday, it's going to be a good day. G'day, g'day, g'day. Got to throw that in there, don't we? So sharpen focus. What's happened to me yesterday and what's happened today? And where have I shifted my focus? So yesterday, caught up with a mate I used to work with, Duncan, really good guy. And his ex-wife is Japanese, and she comes and goes backwards and forwards from Japan to Australia, and his son lives over there. He hasn't seen for a while. I understand he may not feel comfortable with that, but he reconnected with his daughter who's up in Brisbane, which was really cool. And when he understood what I was talking about, he learnt to appreciate his daughter in a different way. It was really cool. And he sent her a message and nailed it. Well done, Duncan, if you're watching. And Mal came along. He had a bit of fun. And Sean, my middle name, just spelt different. I think we've got the same spelling, but most people spell it a slightly different way. And that's cool. And the intention was to go twilight bowling. So it was going to be 3. Sean came along, which made it a foursome, which is pretty good for bowls because you can play tandem 2-on-2. And it was great. We got there in the afternoon. The sun was shining. We were meeting new people. Pip was there, just in her element. You can see she zonked out now. But she went running through the bowling club and people were patting her and really friendly. And we were chatting away, and I didn't realise, but the sun went down. And of course, that's when things all change. The energy in the room changes. And we met Dawn. So I mentioned Dawn in the prelim, whatever the beginning is, not the focus. So we met Dawn. She used to be in politics and she used to do government grants and governance. And I was kind of there to meet her, but more importantly, wanted to go bowling with these guys because Mal's been trying to get me back into sport. And I'm at the age where the body doesn't keep going as well as it used to. I think you know what I mean. And so I met her, got her business card, and she was shocked that I don't have a business card because I use my phone and we connect on social media. But some of these retirees don't use social media, and so I kindly accepted her card. So what I've found in the business world is when you give someone your card, they tend to throw it away or throw it in the top drawer. And just that moment when they need it, it's gone. But anyway, my stories jump around because I need to sharpen my focus. So what was exciting about last night? Now, Duncan, Mal, and Sean might be focusing on something else. What I want to focus on is a great guy by the name of Dylan Taylor. Not Darren Taylor, the politician in Broadbeach that looks after Surfers Paradise. I think they do a dual role. Maybe that's too many, or one too many, whichever way you want to look at it. Anyway, Dylan's wife was deported back to Japan, and they've got 3 daughters, all under 5. Imagine that, 3 daughters, and I bet one of them's 3. But there's Dad. I think he probably is in real estate, so I think he probably works mainly on commission. And I heard that he told me that he might need to go to Japan for 3 weeks because he doesn't want his girls growing up without their mother. And I was explaining this to Duncan, whose ex-wife happens to be Japanese, and one of his best mates happens to be an immigration lawyer. Maximise connector into play. Righto, Duncan, here's how you can help me. He goes, I know, mate, I'm onto it. He's on the phone, he's ringing this guy. He's teeing up his mate, I'm teeing up my mate. Hopefully they're connected and they're gonna get mum home. That's what you focus on, not the rubbish that went on outside of it, because we didn't end up getting to bowl. But what happened was we went to another bar where another mate of ours, Kai, works. It's called Surface Brewery. If you haven't been there, my mate Jacob is the one that painted the mural, and you should see the mural. It's worth the 10, 15 bucks, whatever it is for a beer, to just look at the mural. It's really cool and great people. Kai, you'll know him. He's out the front spruiking. He's a master at spruiking. He's been pretty much every bar and club and restaurant on the Gold Coast. So if you've been to Surface Promenade or Cavill Avenue or Orchard Avenue, he's probably been to every bar and worked every single one of them. And he's a superstar. We went there, then we went to Cowboys. Yes, because I used to drink at the Helm. That's where the Helm is like a ship. You're trying to steer your own ship. That closed down, became some pavilion. But I'm a cowboy. I'm more of a cowboy now. So I just go where I want to go, do what I want to do, and pips allowed in. That's really cool. We met the owner, Ingrid. I think I mentioned her a few days ago. So I think there was about 6 of us. We normally sit at the same table, but hey, they got rid of that table and now there's just a table with no chairs. What an invitation. Super cool, super cool. But yeah, spent plenty of time talking to Duncan, talked to Mal a fair bit. He's sort of playing on his mind. He's still only in his 20s and he's just trying to get a grasp on everything we're doing. But hey, he's one of the guys that became a director of Be More Social, and he's going to help us direct. He's just not sure how yet. Well, he does know. He's just trying to adapt to a different sort of scene. And he is the woo man, not woe man, woo man. He's woo. He's all woo. And he loves to be included, and I include him in everything, but he's just not showing up today because his adaptability loves to leave everything to the last minute, which is cool. And hopefully he'll help out his flatmate and they'll get what they need done and they'll move into their brand new house out in the sticks, miles away. But hey, that's life. You deal with what you focus on, and you generally tend to get what you focus on. So well done, guys. Good luck with the move. I offered to help, but hey, that's cool. What else? Ali was going to come. Yep, family. That's cool. I sort of mentioned that her son might want to come along, and she said, nope, everything's fine there. Everything's cool, but he doesn't have a car. So she's got to drive him around, as you do as a mum, and I appreciate how she puts her family first. That's really cool. I got a mum like that. She just lives 800 k's away. And I appreciate that too. And I was happy when I was living in Sydney that she moved up there, because she was finding her own peace. And her own peace came in the man of Cole. And he's a good dude. He's from the Aztecs, so anyone my generation would remember Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs. Well, he's the drummer. Cole Bajan, Google it. That's him. He probably won't see this because he won't be on social media, which is cool. And I don't talk much about my mum, and it's my mum. I don't mention her name because I don't call her by her name, if that makes sense. But she gave me my name, and she calls me Dan, and I'm happy with that. And yeah, I realised some interesting stuff during the week, but I don't know whether I should share it. The only time I use my full name is government websites, banks, voting, driver's license, that sort of stuff. So official places that you have to physically sign a piece of paper, which is a contract of law. And somehow these telemarketers get that name. So if I don't use that name anywhere on the internet except for government departments, is it government departments that are selling my name to telemarketers? Because I've got telemarketer friends and they just think they're buying a database. Well, they are, but where's it coming from? Very, very curious. Depends what you focus on. I'm now chatting to telemarketers like Darren Taylor, the real estate agent, and I'm hopefully helping him bring his family back together. So where I was in the past, where I'd slam the phone down, well, you don't slam it down anymore, but just swear or you say something to them. I now have a chat and a discussion, and whether it's a male or a female, I appreciate and understand exactly what they're saying because I was there. I'm just in a different place now. I appreciate people. I understand them, and that's cool. And I love doing what I'm doing. And I met Amy Marie. I think she's in Florida at the moment. She lives in Hawaii. She's actually going to help us print more shirts. We don't know what that looks like yet because of government laws and taxes and all that sort of stuff. So we'll iron that out. She's going to help me on the tshirtmill.com.au website. So we're going to do something, but it's a long weekend. So I need to contact the tshirtmill.com.au. Jan or Kat. They're the two names that I've spoken to. Kat, who owns it, and Jan, I think, is the media marketing person or something. If you're listening, we need to join my account with Amy's because I don't really want to give my password to her and vice versa, so we can access the same content. She's going to try and sell our shirts in America, and we're going to sell our shirts here in Australia. Whether you think that's a good idea, whether she should go with an American company or whether you have the postage set up to get it to people as fast as you can to us, because we know what happened with the other company, don't we? They let me down dismally, but I don't believe these lovely ladies will do that or let that happen because they've got a good organisation. They actually pick up the phone and talk to someone. And let me tell you, if they had a shop in Surface, I'd walk in and shake their hand and give them a hug and probably buy them a bunch of flowers. Because I really appreciate that sort of customer service. That's what customer service is. So who am I going to see today? Yeah, I'm going to see, well, you could call him Moses because he parts the seas. Well, he holds the water back. He's like a dam. Do you know his name? No, not Moses. Another biblical figure, the first man, a dam. Or just put it together and you get Adam. Yeah, he's got a Turkish barbershop. I've got a gift for him that I hope he will pass down to not my next gen. Well, it is my next generation because I don't have any kids myself, but I've got grandkids. Figure that one out. I just do things backwards. I had a grandkid before I had a kid. Will I ever have a kid? I doubt it, but who knows? Things happen. Things happen. Maybe I do have one. It's that old ego-driven joke of men. How many kids you got? Oh, I don't know. There could be some out there. But yeah, I used to joke about that too. Not anymore. I'm pretty confident I'm not a father because I see the way I treat this one. Yeah, she's beautiful. She saved my life. She helped me sharpen my focus, and she did that through all of my daily challenges of my life. So I reflect on that and I focus on my intentions of the day. So my intention is to edit this video myself because I love doing it. And then I will be finished by 9:15. I'm going to go downstairs and meet Jared, and he's painting the side of his, I'm just looking down there, he's already painted it green, like a green screen. And Ali was going to come today and I was going to ask her to show us how we can set up a green screen with his trailer. But we're going to miss that because Ali's not going to make it. Oh, that's a shame. But that's about it. After that, I'll probably roam the beaches, see if I can do some interviews by myself with my phone. Because I'll be by myself, but there'll be plenty of people around and I'll be more social and I'll simply say g'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.